Sometimes you find a restaurant without planning for it. This is what happened with Fatte W Snoubar. We first noticed this restaurant while we were passing by to film another review, and the name immediately made us curious. The restaurant is located in Dammam city, surrounded by many shops and restaurants. From the outside, it has a clean and beautiful look, with dark blue walls, white windows, and an entrance that feels simple but special. The name itself felt different from the usual restaurant names, and that made us more interested to visit. From the outside, the place looked simple, clean, and inviting, so we wanted to see if the food and the experience inside matched the feeling we got from the name and the entrance. So today, we decided to visit this place and try the full experience, from the seating and menu to the appetizers, main dishes, and drinks. Let us see if Fatte W Snoubar restaurant can give us a delicious meal today. Hi guys, this is Yazan. Today I will take you with me to Fatte W Snoubar, one of the Lebanese restaurants in Dammam city. I will be ordering several dishes from the menu and I will be sharing my honest review. No filters, no fluff. From starters to desserts, we'll be diving into the full experience. So join me today for lunch and let's discover if this place is really worth the hype. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's give it a try, guys. As soon as I walked inside Fatte W Snoubar restaurant, I noticed that the restaurant had a simple and warm feeling. The entrance area had nice details with patterned floor tiles, plants, warm lights, and decorations that give the place a Levantine style. There were also a small counter near the entrance with jars and simple decorative items that match the theme of the restaurant. The restaurant has 2 floors and we decided to sit upstairs. We arrived as soon as they opened for lunch, so the place was still quiet, calm, and comfortable. The upstairs area was wide, with open seating area and enough space between the tables. There were also private seating areas with curtains, which is a good option for families or anyone who wants more privacy. I also liked the design of the walls, with dark blue bricks, wooden details, soft lighting, and old style pictures that gave the place more character. The atmosphere was not too fancy, but it felt clean, relaxed, and welcoming. Overall, the interior of the restaurant was simple, open, and comfortable, with a nice mix of open seating and private tables. When I checked the menu, I noticed that the menu was digital, which made it easy to see the sections, prices, pictures, and calories. The menu is divided into clear sections, starting with drinks, then appetizers and salads, grilled meat, and dishes from the kitchen. For appetizers and salads, they have items like cream soup, lentil soup, cold Lebanese appetizers, hot Lebanese appetizers, tabbouleh, fattoush, hummus, mutabbal, baba ganoush, grape leaves, kibbeh, and spicy potatoes. The Fatteh section had several choices like chickpea Fatteh, eggplant Fatteh, grape leaves Fatteh, chickpea and meat Fatteh, and shrimp Fatteh. The kitchen section also has many cooked dishes such as dolma, zucchini with yogurt, shish barak, kibbeh with yogurt sauce, mujaddara, biryani, and pasta. One thing I liked is that the menu shows both prices and calories, so it's easier to know what you are ordering before choosing. For dietary limitations, there are vegetarian options like hummus, salads, mutabbal, baba ganoush, grape leaves, spicy potatoes, and mujaddara. But some dishes may include dairy, nuts, meat, or gluten, so it's better to ask the staff before ordering. For families, I did not notice a separate kids meal section, but there are simple options like soup, fries, rice, pasta, juices, and some mild appetizers that children may enjoy. Overall, the menu is clear, easy to use, and has many choices for appetizers, Fatteh dishes, cooked meals, and drinks. This is the cream of chicken soup. To start the meal, I decided to order something warm and simple, so I chose the cream of chicken soup. The soup came in a white bowl, and from the first look, it had a smooth and creamy texture. The color was light, and when I mixed it with the spoon, it looked thick enough to feel rich, but still easy to enjoy. The taste was soft, warm, and comforting. It was not too heavy, and it had a nice creamy flavor with small pieces of chicken inside. I also added the croutons on top, and they gave the soup a nice crunchy texture with every spoon. For me, this was a good way to begin the meal because it was simple, smooth, warm, and satisfying. The menu shows that this soup has around 300 calories. Overall, the cream of chicken soup was warm, creamy, and nice, and it really hit the spot before the appetizers and main dishes arrived. This is the hot Lebanese appetizers. We wanted to try a mix of warm items, so we ordered the hot appetizers. It arrived with several small fried appetizers, each one different in shape, texture, and flavor. First, there were the meat samosa. They looked like little fluffy pillows with a golden outside and a warm meat filling inside. The outside was lightly crispy, while the filling had a nice savory taste that worked very well with the lemon on the side. Then we tried the cheese rolls. These had a crispy exterior and a cheesy interior, which made them simple but very enjoyable. The cheese inside was warm and soft, and the outside gave each bite a nice crunch. The spicy potatoes were also very good. They had a bright color, a soft texture from the inside, and a nice spicy flavor that made them stand out from the other items. Lastly, there was the meat kibbeh. It had a darker fried color, a crispy shell, and a rich meat flavor inside. The menu shows that this hot appetizers had around 1,280 calories. Overall, the hot Lebanese appetizers was a tasty warm appetizer with crispy textures, soft fillings, spicy potatoes, and different flavors that made it a strong start before the main dishes. This is the cold Lebanese appetizers. We ordered the cold appetizers, and it came in 6 small bowls. Each bowl had something different, colorful, and fresh. The first bowl had creamy hummus with chickpeas in the middle, fresh mint on top, and a little olive oil around it. It was smooth, light, and very easy to enjoy. The second bowl had smoked eggplant mutabba. It had a creamy texture with that smoky eggplant flavor, and it was topped with pomegranate seeds and mint, which made it look beautiful. The third bowl had fresh chopped tabbouleh with parsley, tomato, onion, and lemon flavor. It was fresh, sour, and full of herbs. The fourth bowl had fattoush with fresh vegetables, pomegranate seeds, and crispy fried pita bread on top. The crispy bread gave the salad a nice crunch. The fifth bowl had sour grape leaves, served with lemon and a little garnish. They had that nice sour flavor that worked very well with the other cold appetizers. The last bowl had muhammara, and this was very tasty. It had a rich red color, a smooth texture, and a deep flavor from the peppers and walnuts. The menu shows that this cold appetizers has around 500 calories. Overall, the cold Lebanese appetizers were fresh, colorful, and delicious, with creamy dips, fresh salads, sour grape leaves, and a tasty muhammara that made it a great appetizers to share. This is the mjarmasha. It's very similar to a meat pie, but the dough is thinner and crispier. The bread was baked nicely, with golden edges and a light crunchy texture. On top, it had small pieces of seasoned meat spread over the dough. It also had thin slices of onion, which added a nice flavor without making it heavy. This dish came with 2 small bowls on the side. One bowl had yogurt, the other bowl had onion slices mixed with sumac. I first tried the mjarmasha by itself. The bread was crispy, and the meat had a simple but tasty flavor. Then I dipped it in the yogurt. The yogurt made the bite softer, creamier, and more balanced. After that, I added the sumac onion. The onion gave it a fresh taste, and the sumac added a light sour flavor. That made the dish even better. I liked that it was not too heavy, but still full of flavor. It was easy to eat and nice to share. The estimated calories are around 700 calories. Overall, the mjarmashi was crispy, tasty, and very enjoyable. This is the chickpea and meat fatteh. For our first main dish, we decided to begin with one of the restaurant Fatteh specialties. This dish is different from the regular hummus with meat dish. It's heavier, richer, and more filling, and it's not eaten with the bread like the regular hummus dish. This is the kind of dish you enjoy with a spoon. From the first look, the plate looked creamy, warm, and full of flavor. The base had yogurt, chickpeas, tahini sauce, garlic, and lemon, all mixed together into a smooth and rich texture. On top, there was a generous layer of meat with fried almonds that added a nice crunchy touch. You could also see the olive oil and spices around the plate, which gave the dish more color and made it look even more inviting. The texture was creamy, soft, and very satisfying. The yogurt and tahini made it rich, while the garlic and lemon gave it a fresh taste. The meat on top added a deep savory flavor, and the almonds gave each bite a small crunch. What I liked the most about this dish, that every spoon had a nice mix of creamy sauce, soft chickpeas, tender meat, and crunchy almonds. The menu shows that this dish has around 550 calories. Overall, the chickpea and meat fatteh was rich, creamy, filling, and extremely tasty, and it was a strong beginning for the main dishes. This is the meat arayes. We had the meat arayes, and from the first look, they looked nicely grilled and very appetizing. The arayes came as half pita breads, filled with a seasoned meat mixture. The bread was brushed with olive oil and grilled until it had clear grill marks on the outside. I liked how the edges looked slightly crispy, while the inside still looked soft and full of meat. When I opened one piece, the meat mixture was spread inside the bread, and it looked juicy without being too heavy. The smoky smell from the grill was clear, and that made the dish even more inviting. The flavor was tasty with the grilled bread, the seasoned meat, and the olive oil, all coming together in one bite. The outside had a nice light crunch, while the inside was warm, soft, and flavorful. It was also served with a small yogurt sauce on the side, which gave the rice a fresh and creamy touch when dipped. The menu shows that this dish has around 730 calories. Overall, the meat rice was grilled very well, smoky, flavorful, and enjoyable, with crispy bread on the outside and a tasty meat filling inside. This is the Syrian meat sfiha. From the first look, they looked simple, fresh, and very appetizing. This dish reminded me of lahm bil ajin because it's also made with thin bread and seasoned meat on top. The bread was thin and nicely baked. The edges had a light golden color. The meat mixture was spread evenly over each piece, and this made every bite balanced. You could taste the bread, the meat, and the seasoning together. I liked that the dough was not heavy. It was light enough to enjoy without feeling too much, and the meat has a nice savory flavor. It was not dry, and it worked very well with the thin bread. The dish also came with a small bowl of yogurt sauce. I dipped some pieces in the yogurt, and this gave it a cool and creamy taste, and that made the flavor even better. The menu shows that this dish has around 640 calories. Overall, the Syrian meat sfiha was light, tasty, nicely baked, and very enjoyable. This is the dolma. For another main dish, we ordered the dolma, and this was one of the dishes I was excited to try again. I have tried this dish before, and I already remembered how delicious it was. The dish came in a deep bowl, served on top of a big piece of Iraqi bread. From the first look, It was full of different stuffed vegetables, including grape leaves, bell pepper, squash, and eggplant. The vegetables were cooked in a sour tomato base, which gave the dish a strong and rich smell. I liked how the sauce covered everything, and the bread underneath absorbed some of that tomato flavor. When I started taking the pieces out, you could see how soft the vegetables were. The grape leaves had a sour taste, the squash was tender, and the eggplant had absorbed a lot of the sauce. The bell pepper was also soft and full of the rice filling inside. The flavor was sour, warm, and very comforting. It had that homemade taste, especially because of the stuffed vegetables, the tomato sauce, and the soft bread at the bottom. Every bite had a mix of rice, vegetables, and that sour tomato flavor. The menu shows that this dish has around 600 calories. Overall, the dolma was soft, sour, rich, and delicious, and it was one of the dishes that really stood out on the table. This is the mixed grill plate. For the next main dish, we had the mixed grill plate. It came with meat kebab, shish tawouk, grilled meat pieces, and chicken kebab. From the first look, the plate looked full, very appetizing, and colorful. You could see the grilled meat, the chicken pieces, the fries, the bread, and the vegetables, all served together on one plate. The meat had a nice char on the outside. That gave it a smoky flavor and made it taste like real grilled food. The meat kebab was soft, juicy, and full of flavor. The shish tawouk was also very tender. It had a nice seasoning and a light grilled taste. The grilled meat pieces were cooked very well. They were easy to cut and easy to eat. The chicken kebab was flavorful and not dry. I also liked the fries on the side because they added a simple and familiar touch to the plate. The bread and grilled vegetables made the dish feel more complete. Everything was served hot, and the smell of the grill was very clear. For me, this was a good choice because it gave us different grilled flavors in one dish. The menu shows that this mixed grill plate has around 690 calories. Overall, the mixed grill plate was tender, smoky, and delicious, and everything was grilled to perfection. This is the kofta and tomato sauce. For our next dish, we had the kofta tray with tomatoes. It came baked in a metal tray. From the first look, it looked warm, simple, and full of flavor. The kofta was cooked very well. It had a nice brown color on the outside, but from the inside, it was still tender and juicy. I liked that it was not dry at all. The meat had a rich flavor. Every bite felt soft, warm, and satisfying. On top, there were tomato slices, onion, and green pepper. The tomatoes gave the dish extra juiciness. They also added a fresh taste that balanced the meat. The onion and green pepper gave the dish more aroma and flavor. The baked edges around the tray made it look even more comforting. It felt like a homemade style dish. This kofta also worked very well with the other items on the table. It was especially nice with the arayes, the bread, and the grilled dishes. The menu shows that this dish has around 2,884 calories. Overall, the kofta and tomato sauce was tender, juicy, and tasty, and it was a perfect addition to the meal. This is the frozen lemon and mint juice. The drink came in a tall glass with a fresh lemon slice on the side. From the first look, the color was bright green and very refreshing. It had crushed ice blended inside the juice, so the texture was cold and icy. The flavor was very fresh. The lemon taste was strong, sharp, and clean. The mint made it cooler and more refreshing. I liked that it was not heavy at all. It was a perfect drink to have with grilled food and meat dishes. It helped balance the flavors on the table. The menu shows that this drink has around 50 calories. Overall, the frozen lemon and mint juice was cold, fresh, lemony, and very enjoyable. This is the Supreme Fruit Cocktail Juice. The drink came in a tall glass. From the first look, it had a nice light pink color. It looked smooth, creamy, and very cold. The taste was fresh and delicious. It had different fruit flavors mixed together in one glass. The flavor was sweet, fruity, and refreshing. It was not too strong, and it was not too heavy. It was a nice drink to enjoy with the meal. I also liked that it felt fresh and cold, especially with all the grilled dishes on the table. The menu shows that this drink has around 180 calories. Overall, the Supreme Fruit Cocktail Juice was cold, smooth, fresh, and full of fruity flavor. The price of cream of chicken soup is 18 Saudi Riyal. The price of cold Lebanese appetizers is 47 Saudi Riyal. The price of hot Lebanese appetizers is 59 Saudi Riyal. The price of chickpea and meat Fatteh is 31 Saudi Riyal. The price of dolma is 48 Saudi Riyal. The price of meat arayis is 28 Saudi Riyal. The price of mixed grill plate is 45 Saudi Riyal. The price of kofta with tomatoes is 44 Saudi Riyal. The price of Syrian meat sfiha is 13 Saudi Riyal. The price of mjarmasha is 24 Saudi Riyal. The price of lemon with mint juice is 18 Saudi Riyal. The price of Supreme Cocktail Juice is 33 Saudi Riyal. The total plus the value added tax, which is 15%, is 470 Riyal. When it comes to the food, Fatte W Snoubar gave us a very enjoyable dining experience. The meal started with the cream of chicken soup. It was warm, smooth, and simple. It really hit the spot and gave us a nice start before the appetizers. The cold appetizers were fresh, colorful, and very nice to share. It had creamy hummus, smoked eggplant mutabbal, fresh tabbouleh, fattoush with crispy fried bread, sour grape leaves, and tasty muhammara. The hot appetizers also included a good mix. The meat samosa looked like small fluffy pillow. The crispy rolls were crispy from the outside and cheesy from the inside. The spicy potatoes had a nice flavor, and the meat kibbeh added another rich bite. For the main dishes, the chickpea and meat fatteh was one of the strongest dishes. It was creamy, filling, and full of flavor. The dolma was also excellent, with stuffed grape leaves, bell pepper, squash, eggplant, sour tomato flavor, and Iraqi bread underneath. The mixed grill was tender and grilled very well. The kofta with tomatoes was juicy and comforting. The meat arayis, Syrian meat sfiha, and mjarmasha were also very enjoyable. The only thing missing for me was dessert, because the restaurant does not offer dessert. Because of that, I give the food 4.8 out of 5. For the service, the experience was smooth and comfortable. We arrived as soon as they opened for lunch, so the restaurant was calm and organized. The food came nicely presented. Each dish looked clean, fresh, and well prepared. The order was clear, and the experience felt easy from beginning to end. Because of that, I give the service 4.6 out of 5. For the atmosphere, the restaurant felt simple, clean, and welcoming. The restaurant has 2 floors, and we decided to sit upstairs. The upstairs area was wide and comfortable. There were open seating areas and private tables with curtains. This makes the restaurant a good choice for families or anyone who wants more privacy. There is also an elevator for the second floor, which makes it easier to reach the upstairs seating area. Because of that, I gave the atmosphere 4.7 out of 5. Parking was also easy. There were free parking spots in the plaza where the restaurant is located. There is also a wheelchair ramp at the entrance, which makes access easier. Overall, it was a very nice experience. The food was tasty, the place was comfortable, and the menu had many good dishes. For me, this is a restaurant I liked, and I would recommend it to others. So this was my experience today at Fatte W Snoubar. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. And just remember, each bite tells a story. See you in the next one. Bye.